I done did it all. Yeah, just to show y'all this truth. I done did it all.
Shalom, 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 Israel. First and foremost, give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Kadai. We're going to give double glory, honor, and praises to all of our elders that are out here in Israel doing the work of the Most High today on this beautiful Sabbath that He's blessed us with. You know, that's what we look forward to every week, is to be able to come out here and wake our people up, you know, on the Sabbath. That's what we look forward to. That's what, you know, we can't wait for the Sabbath to come so we can put our studies together, come out here and preach the word, preach the gospel of the Most High. You know, get that prophecy out there. Wake our people up from out the matrix. You know, because a lot of them are too tied up, too far in. You know, that they think that they can't be pulled up out of the mud. And that's our job. We're here to pull you guys out the mud. We're here to bring you guys back to the Most High, bring you back to these law, statutes, and commandments. That's our duties. And we're going to start there. Go ahead and bring me Galatians 6:1. We're out here for y'all. That's our purpose of coming out here. We clocked in today to our Father's business. And we're going to put in that work. We're going to come out here and wake you guys up. Shoot to our brothers, our sisters, their transgressions to their faces. Break down these metaphors and these parables to you guys so that way you can, you know, easily digest this road. So that way you guys can use this living water that we're going to give you. You got that? Go ahead.
It's the book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse 1. Brothers and sisters, if someone is caught in a sin, you who live by the Spirit should restore that person gently.
And that's what we're out here doing. Because all of our people, they're stuck in that lowest state that the Most High that they put themselves in by not hearkening unto the Most High. So us, being spiritual beings, being in this word, being studied to show ourselves approved, that's our duty, our job, to come out to the meek, our people, and wake them up, lift them up in their sins, make them living, because right now they're dead in their sins. Their spirit's dead. They're not living at all. They're not feeding their spirit, they're feeding their flesh. You know, because they're living by the system.
Keep going. But watch yourself, or you also may be tempted. Verse 2, carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Yahweh Shai.
See, we're all in this together. If you're an Israelite, then you suffer just how we do. The only difference is that we're actually studying, you know, to make ourselves better. We're striving for greatness. Striving to be perfect, to be upright and integral, to be Tamayam. That's the only difference. You guys wake up and clock into the matrix and think that, you know, it's just job, sleep, wake up, go to work, on the weekends, do what you do, and then that's it. But we come out here on the Sabbath today to tell you that it's more than that. That the whole duty of man is to serve the Most High God. It's not to, you know, to get your family out the hood, or, you know, those are things that we want, but those things don't really matter. Those things aren't really important. Those aren't things that we should be putting before the Most High, putting before ourselves. We shouldn't be putting those things before our own salvation. If you're worried about money and finances, you know, you should be setting treasures up for yourself in the next life, in the next kingdom. Figuring out how to do that, because all the riches you get in this world are able to be spoiled. Like we read a couple weeks ago. You know, they set up all their money and their riches for the moths to come eat it. Buy all this jewelry just so that it's going to rust over. When you should be working on this everlasting, the unconditional wealth that the Most High has for you in the kingdom. That's what you should be learning how to obtain, investing your time in. Keep going.
Verse 3, if anyone thinks that they are something when they are not, they deceive themselves.
And that's what we're going to get into today, is how our enemies, the adversary, the devil, Hasatan, Esau, They like to use these things and say things a certain way to make us feel like we're not nothing unless we have, you know, the acceptance of Esau, unless they tell us that we're something. You know, you're not nothing unless you have a good job. Well, you know, you're not rich unless, or you don't have a say-so unless you got money. Oh, well, you're not important because you're not a celebrity, so on and so forth. They say these things and it makes our people want to go and be that. You know, because we think that it'll make us something in the eyes of man. Who cares about what we look like in the eyes of man? We don't come out here and hop on YouTube for the sake of us coming out here and looking good. You know, we're not filming a music video. We're out here for our people, man. And we do the YouTube to reach the people that we can't reach right here immediately. You know, within a few miles of travel. We do the YouTube to reach people all over the world, scattered amongst the four corners. That's the reason that we do the YouTube. We don't do the YouTube for a royalty check. You don't see advertisements and all kinds of monetization when you go onto our YouTube channel. Because we could care less about the money, man. That money we can't take any of that to the grave with us here. But what we can do is collect and go round about and get all the jewels of the Most High and bring them back to Him. So that way He gives us wealth in the afterlife, in the new kingdom. That way we'll have all these jewels and wealth and houses and wives and animals and land, food, without end. But you got to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments first. You got to come find out your true identity. See if you're from the tribe of Issachar, the tribe of Judah, the tribe of Asher. Come find out your true identity. So that way you can find out how you need to carry yourself. So that way you can find out who your enemies are. Things that were set forth before your people to do and not to do. Figure out your strongholds, you know, your superpowers, so to say. Come find out about it. That's what we're here to do, to help you guys come find your identity. Come back to your ancestry. Find out who you were before, and find out who you need to be in the future.
Así es.
That's what we're out here doing. We're out here for our people, man. Bring Hebrews 13:5. You know, but Esau likes to, you know, use his crafty counsels and, you know, his degrees and TV shows and entertainment business and all these things to make our people feel worthless. You know, for the kids sitting at home, the minorities sitting at home watching TV, and they see somebody who came from the same block that they did, but they got Bentleys and diamonds and all these things that I lusted after. Well, if they could do it, I could do it. That's the matrix that Esau's put in front of our people through the form of entertainment. And now our people seek acceptance from man instead of making yourselves acceptable unto the Most High. You see how they flipped it backwards now. Our people, you know, they go out there and steal and kill and sell drugs and do the most just to get the moolah, just to be notarized amongst men. But the Most High, we need to be presenting ourselves acceptable to Him. We don't need to be worried about what our friends think or what our homies think about you or how you're going to look on camera. None of that. You need to care about what the Most High thinks about you. Whether or not you're on your father's good side or not. Because as a kid, you don't ever want to be on your parents' bad side. Because then they're not going to give you what you want. Then you're going to think, oh, they hate me. Or you're going to be walking on eggshells. You don't want to be walking on eggshells when it comes to the Most High. Because He will put you, He will destroy you immediately. Come like a thief in the night when you least expect it. You don't want to be teeter-tottering on the edge with the Most High. You want to make sure that your spot, your seat is sealed. That you're one of those 144,000. And like we read last weekend, There's no way that you could serve two gods at once. You can't serve the Most High God and Mammon. So it's either you're going to be one of those 144,000 or you're going to be one of the 2/3 that gets destroyed. Because you choose to serve man. You choose to go to church. You choose to do all these, to be conformed to the world. When the scriptures say not to be conformed to this world, let's get that. 1 John 2:15. Let's keep rolling with the scriptures. I'm not going to speak too much from my own opinion. All I'm here to do is to break it down so you guys don't choke on this meat. You know what I mean? I'm cutting the bones out of the steak for you guys so that way you guys can enjoy it. That's all my job is. You know, I got to work out my own salvation too, but I also got to do my Father's business. Do what He told me to do. And that's to come out here and wake my people up, my brothers and sisters, because I love y'all. But you guys don't know what true love is. You guys don't know that the love comes with us showing you your transgressions to your face. And telling you that you're going to be destroyed if you're eating that pork. If you're celebrating Christmas, Easter, if you got the rosary beads in your house, you're going to be destroyed if you don't do away with that. That's what the love is. That's how we love our brothers and sisters. You got that?
Go ahead. This is the book of 1 John chapter 1 verse 15. Do not love. This is the book of John chapter 2 verse 15. Do not love the world or anything in this world. If anyone loves the world, love for the Father is not in them.
See? But you can't serve God and Mammon at the same time. If you're serving Mammon and doing worldly things and all into the money and investing your time into your degrees and schooling and all these other things that mean nothing, there's no way that the Most High God is in you. There's no way that the law, scriptures, and commandments are in you. Because you can't serve both gods at the same time. You can't be all about the money and doing whatever it takes to get the cheese and be living the life that you're supposed to according to the scriptures at the same time. You got a precept? Yeah.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 5. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusted in man and maketh flesh his arm. And his heart.
Did it say cursed be the man? It said cursed be that man that chooses Mammon to be his God.
And make flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord Yahweh.
See, his heart, his mind, his la'ab departed from the Most High. You know why? Because he started hanging out with his homies. He started getting high with the homies. So now the homies are going to teach you how to serve their gods. And that word God is just power. So anything that has power over you to make you go and do something, to make you have the urge to go and do something is your God. That's your power. That's what moves you to go and do what you want to do. So if your God is money, if your God is music, if your God is school, whatever it may be, fashion, having a nice car, firearms, it could be whatever. If it's not the Most High God, Yahweh, Abanawa, then it don't matter. We're not worried about it. You need to do away with it because it ain't helping you. You got another one? Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 55 and verse 2. Wherefore do you spend money for that which is not bread, and your labor for that which satisfies not? Hearken diligently into me, and eat ye that which is good, and let your soul delight itself in fatness.
See, you can spend all the money you want on all kinds of medicines and cures and treatments and whatnot. If the Most High made you sick, you're gonna be sick. If you wanna, everybody going to get this COVID vaccine, you should be going to the person that created the vaccine to find out the cure for the vaccine. And the person who made the vaccine, or the virus, is the Most High.
I see it.
That's one of his instruments that he's using to weed out the wheat from the tare. So if you can choose to be in this world and conform to this world if you want to, but just know that that's going against the scriptures. You're not hearkening to the prophets out here on the streets on the Sabbath. When we come out here and you want to throw the finger and flip us off and all this other stuff, and you don't even know what we're talking about. We're out here for you guys. If you're a so-called Latino, Native American Indian, or a so-called African American, we're out here for you.
Así es.
And we're out here trying to teach you guys your true identity, that you guys are the children of the Most High, the 12 tribes of Israel. But with that comes the law, statutes, and commandments. You got to do away with the pork. You got to do away with the folly days. No more Christmas, no more rosary beads, no more none of that. All of those things were taught to us through slavery. How to do the worship, all these pagan holidays, all these things were taught to us through slavery. Us being dragged out of where we were, brought into no man's land, and then re-indoctrinated with these other philosophies and wine, and yayan, these other doctrines. And through regeneration, you know, we come back, and if you're not teaching your kids differently, and you're not teaching them this word, regeneration is going to bring you back into the same cycle. So if you're a crackhead, drug dealer, and you're teaching your kid how to be a crackhead and a drug dealer, when your kid has kids, that's going to be you. And you're going to come back into the same environment that you left. If you were wicked while you were living, you're going to be wicked again in the next life. If you're righteous, then in the next life, you're going to be a righteous man. Because the Most High is going to reward you for the things that you do in your flesh. Once you die, your spirit goes up and the Most High judges you. Then he, boom, hits the gavel, you get sentenced, and you get thrown back out here to serve your sentence. But see, our people are so tied in the matrix, they don't even know about regeneration. And that's a whole nother topic that we'll get into later. Or if you really want to know about it, hop out of your car, come over here and ask us about it. We'll be more than happy to break it down to you. But if not, we're going to keep going.
This is the book of 1 John chapter 2 verse 16.
Bring it out.
For everything in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life comes not from the Father, but from the world.
You think the Most High is going to make all these things and make you lust after the things that he doesn't approve of? No, but I'll tell you who will. The enemy, the devil, Hashatan, your friends. People think that the devil is, you know, the little spiritual man, the red guy with the horns. And no, the devil is you, not operating in the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High.
Así es.
You choose not to listen to the Most High, then he's going to choose not to take care of you. He's going to let you do what you think is whatever you want. Hang out with whoever you want to hang out with. If you're a devil, man, he's going to put you around nothing but devils. If you're wicked, what does it say? If he chooses to be wicked, let him be wicked still. That he's not, the Most High didn't give him the ear to hear, the eyes to see to see what we're breaking down to him. He doesn't have the digestive system to take in this world and the living water. He sees us and he wants to throw up. They feel this aura, the fire around us, and they run. They walk around us. They don't want to come through here. And it's crazy because they're already living in hell. So I wonder what fire they're scared of. What? Bring out Romans 12 and 2. Man, we can't be conformed to this world and all of their little crafty counsels, man. Who cares what school you went to and how long and what Ivy League college you got into? And man, we don't care about all of that. I care about how many law, statutes, and commandments you know. Do you know the 613 or you just know the 10? I want to know if you know the name of the Most High or you just know him as Lord. You know him as Jesus Christ. I want to know if you only know how to read the scriptures in English. Or do you know how to break them down in Hebrew? Those are the things that matter. I don't care if you went to school to take English 3 and then English 4 and English 5. Are you from England? No. So why are you going to school and spending all this money and doing all these things and robbing your friends and to go and be accepted of man? So that way you can feel important. Man, you're already important. The Most High ordained you a God.
Así es.
You guys just don't want to act like it. You guys want to be like everybody else. Eat what you want to eat, dress how you want to dress. You guys don't really want this everlasting life, man, and it's sad.
Bring that out, yep. This is the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 2.
Bring it out.
Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is.
And again, it says do not be conformed to this world. Do not be like all these other heathen nations. But instead, renew your mind, renew your spirit. Come up here and find out how to change your ways. How to repent from all the sin and transgression that you committed. Just because you didn't know that it wasn't a sin, or you didn't know that it was transgression against the law, that doesn't clear you from being destroyed for it. For him repaying you, rewarding you for your lack of labor rather than your labor. He's still going to reward you. He's still going to destroy you. It's just prophecy. But if you take yourself out of the matrix, come back to these law, statutes, and commandments, then the Most High is going to deal with you righteously. He's going to make sure that none of those missiles and the hellfire comes down, and none of it touches you. That you're going to be uprooted and out in the mountains by them. That the chariots are going to come and pick you up by them, and you're not going to see that death. That's what we pray for. That's why we come out here and do our Father's business. So that we have these everlasting wealth and everlasting life from the Most High. So that we have His favor. Philippians 2:18. You know, because everybody wants to be like the next man, but you guys don't even take a second to think about what the man that you're trying to be like's destruction is going to be. Because I'm going to tell you right now, through scriptures and studying, the death of a rich man, of a wickedly rich man, is nothing nice. The Most High is going to deal with them on their own account. They got their own thing coming for them. You know, there's people out there, Israelites out there that the Most High has blessed with, wealth and things of that nature, but those people that He's truly blessed and, put in that position to be higher up, in finances or whatever it may be, you better believe that if He ordained it, that they're not the wicked rich that we're talking about. We're talking about these people who have these ill gains. They got their riches through slavery of our people, through the killing of our people, through the monetization of our people. That's who we're talking about. You got a precept?
Good. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 11 and verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please Him. For he that cometh to God must believe that He is, and that He is a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him.
The Most High is a rewarder of the people that diligently seek Him. The people that come out on every Sabbath and teach the word of the Most High. The people that do the classes online. The people that do the classes at home. The people that are showing to their brothers and sisters, hey bro, eating that shrimp is a sin.
Así es.
Eating that pork, that's a sin. Celebrating Christmas, that's a sin. That's transgression of the law. Those are the people, the people that hearken unto His voice, His word. Those are the people that the Most High is going to show His face to, His glory, grace, and honor to. Not the people that are conforming to the world. You got that?
This is the book of Philippians, chapter 3, Verse 18. For as I often told you before and now tell you again, even with tears, many lives as enemies of the cross of Yahushua.
Many people walk. Many people walk. Everybody walks. Everybody got legs. Most people, when you say most people got legs, most people can walk. But most of the people that are walking, that you see out and about, they're the enemies of the Most High. The enemies of Christ. The Antichrist. You know why? Because they're conformed to this world. They're of the world and they're in it. They're walking around like everybody else, living the American dream, not realizing that you got to be asleep to dream. And you got to, and if you're living in sin, in transgression, you might think that you're alive or living your best life, but you're really dead. Your spirit is really dead. Because you're not feeding it with the bread, with the roll. You're not feeding it with the living water. Your spirit is malnourished. And for that, the Most High, he's gonna recompense you all right. He's gonna repay you all right. But if you're not taking care of his temple, how do you think that he's gonna repay you? You think he's gonna repay you with good? With everlasting life? Man, if you're eating pork and celebrating all the folly days that the Most High forbid the Latinos, African Americans, and Native American Indians from doing, he's gonna destroy y'all. Because you choose not to hearken. Not because he made you not to listen. You choose not to hearken unto his word. You choose to be in this world and conform to it. You choose to, when you leave out the house, you wear a mask everywhere you go. Man, we're not worried about no COVID. None of that, man. We're in this world, but we don't conform to it. Because we got the Most High. We follow the law, statutes, and commandments. We strive for greatness. So he's going to show us some favor in hell while we're here. But we got to continue to stay in these law, statutes, and commandments. If you fall out, you are never in it. And he's going to deal with you for that. Bring Matthew 6:1. You know, the social media, that's one of the things that we've been talking about too, that our people got to get off of. You know, we got to, if we're not going to do away with it, then we need to reevaluate it and reinvent it so that we can use it for the better, for positive. You know, because all of our people want to be accepted on social media. You know, that's why they get on there. You got people, you know, like, what's his name? Welvin the Great. People side neck, people with disabilities and stuff, and then they get on walking like this. Then they want to get on TikTok and make fun of themselves to be accepted amongst men. Not knowing that the Most High coming back to your judgment for how you were living in your past life. That's that wicked wealthy, man. They don't study to show themselves approved. So they don't know that the conditions that they're living in is a judgment on them. Instead, they want to make fun of themselves to make a little change, to make a little couple dollars, to make themselves a celebrity and be approved, to get the blue check on Instagram, that they'll make fun of themselves and others. They'll talk down about their own people. They'll rob, steal, and kill their own people on camera. Rob each other's chains and whatnot. Steal each other's girls on camera. They'll go out and go to the most homeless community in LA or anywhere that they're at. Get on the Instagram and start giving away sandwiches and cheap pizza and $1 bills and whoop-de-wop boop. Just to be accepted of men, to be seen by men. And have somebody give you some props. Hey bro, I seen what you did out there. Appreciate that. Thanks for cleaning up the community. What about the Most High? Let's see what he has to say about the things that we do on social media.
The book of Matthew chapter 6 verse 1. Be careful not to practice your righteousness in front of others to be seen by them. If you do, you will have no reward from your Father in heaven.
See, if you're gonna practice your righteousness and do all these things that you feel are godly and holy and and that are necessary to give back, you need to be careful when you do that in front of other people. You need to be careful boasting about these things. And we're gonna tell you why. Keep going.
Verse 4. Verse 2. So when you give to the needy, do not announce it with trumpets, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues.
See, if you don't give back to the needy, you need to do it on the low. Don't show up with the whole entourage and all your people with you and trumpet blowing and music playing and all kinds of foreign cars behind you and all this jewelry on, and you on Instagram and Facebook and all the cameras and paparazzis and TMZ and keep going.
To the synagogues and on the streets to be honored by others.
See, that's what they do. They go out and get on their social media accounts and say, well, you ain't a real man and you don't really got money if you're not out here giving away money to the needy. Hey, look what I did. I went to Compton and threw 100,000 in the air. Well, all you did was show how money hungry your people were. All you did was show how to set your people up. 6ix9ine was one of the most hated people because he was rap. I seen him go through all these hoods, the same hoods that said that if you come to my hood, you ain't making it out. He went there with $100,000 and everybody, hey bro, anything you need, bro, just let me know, man. Thank you, we appreciate it. Shit, could I take a picture with you? Man, our people are sellouts for the money. They like to, they talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. Because really they want to be like that man. Really, that's all that they want is money and jewelry, cars, clothes, and you know what. That's all our people have been made to want, though. Because all we do is watch TV. All we do is scroll through our phones and get on social media and play video games and so on and so forth. Most of our people, the Latinos, Native American, Indians, and African Americans, I guarantee you, probably over half the families have a Bible in their house. At least more than half of the families that I've been to households, they got Bibles in there. And they're always all dusty. Or in the garage, or in the attic, or under the bed, or somewhere, but they're not being used. So, our people, they're not waking up, man. The generational curses are still in play. They're still becoming generational. We're still passing them on down to our children. Nobody's breaking the curse. Nobody's studying to show themselves approved. That's the problem. But that's why we come out here. To shove it down you guys' throats. To mark the people that aren't going to listen. To mark the 2/3 for destruction. If you choose not to listen, then you're buying your ticket for the end game.
Así es!
And he's gonna destroy you, man. They be seeking that acceptance of man, but they don't wanna make themselves acceptable to the Most High. They wanna make themselves acceptable to man, to the world. They wanna make sure that they got the flyest linen on, the flyest silk, the best of the best diamonds, the biggest, best, rarest watch, so on and so forth. And they do it all to please man, to be accepted by man, and the scripture's against that. Go ahead and bring it out.
It's the book of John, chapter 12, verse 43. For they love human praise more than praise from Yahweh.
Woo-hoo-hoo. The 2/3, these other nations, they love human praise more than the praise of the Most High. That's why they do the things that they do. Because when the Most High praises you, guess what? He can't come down and physically show you his face and hug you and kiss on you and give you the things that he wants to give you. Instead, he's going to use one of his vessels, one of the people he created. He's going to use one of his vessels, one of his instruments to carry out his ways. To bring his gift that he's trying to give to you. He's going to use somebody in the flesh. But see, people get that mixed up. And they take that as, oh, he's being nice to me. That's my friend. No, that's a vessel of the Most High that he's using either to destroy you or build you up. But see, our people don't think like that because they're not studied. They don't got the wisdom that reading the scriptures gives you. When you get into these scriptures and you really dedicate yourself to it and really study and break it down, you almost become invincible to all of the other BS in the world. You know, it says that a wise man perceived evil and he hid himself. When you study and you start realizing what in this world is evil, then you're not going to surround yourself with, bad friends. You're not going to surround yourself in an environment where it might bring you down or tempt you to do something. You're going to make sure that you get out of there. You're going to make sure that you get from around those people. You need to surround yourself with some akim that's going to keep you in His law, statutes, and commandments. That's going to build you up. That's going to love on you.
Así es.
Somebody that's not going to, when you're around them with your wife, he's looking at your wife more than he's looking at you. You need to be around some positive people. That our people love to please man, but they don't know the first step to pleasing the Most High. They know how to create all kinds of TikTok accounts and weird, all kinds of websites and stuff that you don't even know is out there. Websites that you don't even know exist, and they know about it. To do good, they have no knowledge, but to do evil, they're wise in that. They know how to do evil down to the T. They know how to do wickedness better than anything else that they know how to do. But to do good, they have no knowledge. And because they have no knowledge, they're going to perish. They're going to be that 2/3. They're going to be that 2/3 of Israel that perishes because of that lack of knowledge.
Yeah. This is the book of Mark, chapter 8, verse 36. What good is it for someone to gain the whole world, yet forfeit their soul?
See, what good is it? You're going to sell out for man? You sell your time for some money? Just so that you can become a star, a celebrity on TV? What good is it that you gain this whole world that's full of wickedness and evil? This world that we shouldn't conform to? Why would you trade your soul for that? Your soul got to be judged after you die. And you're going to trade your soul for this wickedness. So you better believe that if you sell your soul for some fame or for some money, or you sell your soul for some wickedness, period, the Most High is He's going to repay you nothing but wickedness.
Así es.
You're going to come back a rock in your next life. You're just going to get kicked around and stepped on, spit on, asked out on. Because you choose not to hearken unto the Most High. You choose not to listen to the prophets when they're out here teaching. You choose not to come find out your own identity, your true identity. But guess what? That's on you. This word is going to mark you because this word's not going to come back void. It's going to hit you. And you're either going to hearken to it or you're not. You're going to put on the mad face. Scrunch your face up. Oh. What? They put red horns on Jesus Christ? Oh. They like to get mad and all. Man, look, you're marking yourself for destruction. So you need to think before you act. You need to break yourself out of that matrix. stop selling our souls for money. That's what we need to stop doing. You need to sell your soul back to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. That's what you need to do. You need to present yourself acceptable amongst men so that the Most High can come and redeem you and buy you out of your slavery. Instead, you want to be sold to the slave master. Instead, you bounce around from job to job to job to job and say, okay, well, who's going to pay me most per hour? I want $15 an hour. So guess what? My soul goes to the highest bidder. Whether that be Walmart or Old Dominion or Taco Bell or McDonald's or the rap industry or the movie industry. If you're gonna sell your soul for this world, you got destruction coming. That nuclear warfare, that World War III is coming for you. And the Most High is not gonna save you. But if you have that ear that the Most High blessed you with to listen, those eyes to see what we're talking about, to see the prophecy, then this is for you. You need to come find out about this. You need to come ask questions. Shalom. But if not, then I'm going to yield my time and I'm going to say shalom. I'm going to say Kwam Yasha'Allah. Kwam Yasha'Allah. Kwam Yasha'Allah. Shalom.
Lord save me. I know these suckers really hate me. I guess they mad cause they ain't me. You can try what you want, but God is for me. The angels all around, so you can't harm me. For nada, for water, for all your protection and your presence, blessings and your provisions.